Okay, so we've just made it through 3 weeks, 3 workouts, 3 Friday night lights, countless redos, but now the dust has settled, almost all of the scores are in, and it's time to ask, to reflect, how did we get on?
มันก็คงจะดีขึ้นกว่าเมื่อวานไม่ว่าเรื่องราวจะเป็นยังไงก็ตามต่อให้ต้องล้มอีกสักกี่ลึกคุกคลานแค่คนคนนี้มันไม่พยายามมันก็คงจะดีขึ้นกว่าเมื่อวานไม่ว่าเรื่องราวจะเป็นยังไงก็ตามต่อให้ต้องล้มอีกสักกี่ลึกคุกคลานแค่คนคนนี้มันไม่พยายามเวลาที่มันผ่านไปแต่กูเหมือนเดิมแค่เงินที่มันสูงขึ้นกู always turn.
The CrossFit Open 2023 has been, it has gone, and what a whirlwind of 3 weeks it has been. We've had 3 tests, or 4 tests really, that looked a little bit like this. 23.1 was 14 minutes to get through as many repetitions as we could of 60 row calories, 50 toes to bar, 40 wall balls, 30 cleans, and 20 ring muscle ups. And if you got to the end of all that, then you had the opportunity to keep on going until the 14 minutes were up. The second week actually saw us have a 2-parter, part A into a part B. And that was 15 minutes to get through as many reps as you could of ascending burpee pull-ups, starting with 5, then 10, then 15, into 10 shuttle runs, 50-foot shuttle runs, finishing up part B with 1 rep max thruster. A little equaliser there for the thick lads over the more gangly, endurance-based athletes, to be fair. So 23.3 was obviously going to include double unders, box jump overs, kettlebell swings, dumbbell snatches, and only one of those things was correct. It's actually quite a complicated one to explain, but it begins with a 6-minute time cap to get through 2 rounds of 5 wall walks, going into 50 double unders, and then some snatches, different rep schemes, different weights. And if you made it all the way through those reps within the 6-minute time cap, the time cap was extended by 3 minutes to 9 minutes, where you could do some strict handstand press-ups. And if you made it through those reps, extended until 12 minutes, with increasing weight on the snatches and decreasing reps again. A bit of a mammoth, a bit of a beast of a workout. Now that we've got to the end of it, I thought it was worth walking around the gym and asking people what their favourite workout of the Open was. What was your favourite workout? What was your favourite workout? What was your favourite workout this Open? What was your favourite workout? What was your favourite workout this Open? What was your favourite workout of the Open? What was your favourite workout this Open? What was your favourite workout?
Favourite workout was workout 1. Undoubtedly, pretty big mix in it, and the rings at the end were a pretty good separator.
Tonight's one, 23.3. I absolutely died in it. Red line, couldn't breathe, but I did actually did quite well.
23.1, because there's not less shit to that one.
Probably 23.2. Yeah, the runs, the burpees.
The first one was really nice, really good.
23.2B, because I could lift heavy.
It was the first set of workouts I enjoyed the most.
The first one that I actually did.
Quick question, James. What was your favourite workout this Open?
The finish.
So how did we actually do? Well, it's no surprise really. The big man Rhys Sams run away with virtually everything in this year's Open. In 23.1, he was the lead male, finishing up with 199 reps, agonisingly close to finishing the 200 reps for 1 round and getting back on the rower to go again. Honourable mentions have got to go to Gareth, Andy, Matthew, Mark, all for getting a couple of ring muscle ups within the time frame. On the women's side of it, it really was a race to see who could get the 180 reps done, get to the rings first. And the quickest was Eleanor. So well done to Elle, well done to Reese, well done to everyone who got a ring muscle up on that one. 23.2, again, no surprise really, Reese with 142 vomit-inducing reps, but that was not the best score in the gym. No, fresh off a ski trip, Emma came back and she absolutely boshed it. 144 reps. Fair play. A couple of people walking, not exactly high intensity fitness, but whatever works best for you to get the most number of reps. Of course, we had to go straight into the 1RM, and on the women's side, Jess won that with a pretty impressive 71 kilos, and Reese won it for the guys with something like 110, 112 kilos. But fair play to Andy, fair play to Steff, some big lifts, snapping at his heels on that one as well. 23.3, which really was asking the question, how deep, how far can you go? Can you lift the second barbell? Can you do it under the time cap and get onto the handstand press-ups? Can you go deep into that extended time cap or not? Well, Reese got very far indeed. 211 reps at the last time of looking, and on the women's side so far, Claire, the best score with 151 reps. I've also got to give a massive shout out to Bose. Bose on his redo got 207 reps. If you're not sure exactly where that works out, it's beyond the 6 minutes, through the 20 handstand push-ups and all of the double unders. It was a phenomenal thing to see. Speaking of Bose, we had a couple of leaderboards on the go in CrossFit Llanelli. Of course, you got the main leaderboards, men and women, but you also had the age category leaderboards. And on the 55 to 59 category for the men, it was 2 names, Kev versus Bose. And Kev has just picked Bose to the post in spite of that surge that came on the Monday morning redo of 23.3 from Bose. Ellen beat Alison in the same age category for the women, and it's worth noting, I think, who came top of probably the most competitive leaderboard age group wise we have in the entire gym. That was males, 35 to 39, and a little young man called Sammy Davis. But it's not all fist bumps, it's not all slapping each other's on the back. CrossFitters love nothing more than to moan and to grumble and to complain about the workouts. So I went around the gym and I also asked people, what was the worst bit of this year's Open for you? What was the worst bit? What was the worst bit in this year's Open? What was the worst bit of the Open? What was the worst bit of the entire Open? What was the worst bit of the whole Open? What was the worst bit of the whole Open? What was the worst bit of the entire Open? What was the worst bit in this year's Open?
Last week's 23.2 burpees and shuttle runs. Gassed out on it.
For me personally, undoubtedly double unders.
23.2 was awful.
Double unders. Without fail.
Wall walks me, they were a killer.
The entire Open, 23.3, 100%. And it was a snatch, yeah, horrendous.
23.2A, running and burpees.
Before we wrap up, I just want to highlight those who completed their first Open this year and those in our box who have been doing it consistently for the longest time. There were so many people who completed their first Open. We had Abigail, we had Aisha, we had Hannah, we had Catherine, and we had Molly. And then over on the male side, we had Aled, we had Matthew, we had Reese, we had Sam John, and we had Dan. Well done to everyone for having the guts to sign up, even though you didn't know whether you were going to be able to RX or scale everything. That those of you who did RX as much as you could, and in the whole kind of Open atmosphere, so many people had firsts. It's often talked about how we can get our first ring muscle up in the Open. I don't think that actually happened. But a couple of people getting their first toes to bar, a couple of people getting their first wall walks, lots of people getting PBs on the thrusters even after all of the running and the burpee pull-ups. It's just immense to be in that situation, to be in that environment where you've got nothing holding you back and you just go for it. And those first timers got so many firsts and some other firsts for other people. It was amazing. But we should also highlight and pay respects to those seasoned open operators. I mean, it's easy, isn't it, to sort of congratulate Jess doing her 8th Open, and Andy would want us, obviously at this point, to make some sort of joke about Jess's age and how it's easier for her to have done that many Opens because she's older. Well, the joke's on you, Andy, because you've also done 8, and so has now Gareth Two-Leg Hickman. Fresh off his operation, the bionic knee, he completed his 8th Open as well. So there you have it. Thank you so much to Steff Evs for producing throughout the Open all those memorable reels. He's tried to get as many highlight reels of as many of us as he could. He asked people to send him videos. He's made them, he's posted them on Instagram, he's tagged us, he's done an amazing job throughout. And the last thing that we need to think about is not the Open that's behind us, but the comp that is ahead of us. This Saturday, Saturday 11th, is the 2023 CrossFit Llanelli series same-sex pairs competition, the first competition of this year's set of competitions, and virtually all of the places are taken. But one of the things that is really needed is people to judge. And one of the things that happened during the Open is so many people got involved with judging, maybe for the first time, a little bit timid, a little bit nervous, not sure whether you would be able to no-rep people or judge things. Well, you've given it a go, and it would be absolutely wonderful if so many people would also come down on Saturday and volunteer their time to judge a couple of the heats and make that competition go smoothly as well. Thank you so much to everyone who has taken part, to the coaches and the owners who have made sure that everything was set up and ready for us to go. Thank you so much to everybody who just had a good attitude throughout it all, the sort of the camaraderie, the ability to cheer each other on and to push each other on. And here's to a year of just getting better in our bodies, with our bodies, moving well, being fit, being healthy, and enjoying ourselves in CrossFit Llanelli. Go.